What's this I hear about you on Twitter slagging me off? Huh? You know. You're saying that you're the one who's taking all the photos and not me. Now, don't try and get all smuggy schmuggy with me. Alright then. If you think you're so good, why don't you take the photos on the next photo walk? G'day, how you going? So I'm trying to figure out a better way of doing street photography and filming it POV style. It was a toss-up between the new DJI OSMO Action 2 or this. So I went and bought this. It's the Insta360 GO 2. Now the reason I bought this was because it keeps the horizon level. I think the DJI OSMO Action 2 also does. Because at the moment, what I've got this solution is the first Osmo Action, and what I do, I like to talk while I'm photographing, while I'm walking with Jerry, and it's the bloody wind is a pain in the ass. Photos she can take. She's a pretty good camera. She's pretty quiet, except when she's doing a poo. Jerry! So solution I've been doing now is I have a little chest strap, and I bung that on there in the chest strap, and I also have this solution for the wind is to put this Alonzi hot shoe on there, chuck a wireless audio trigger on there by Rode, and then put that there and talk, and that's got the wind muff on there, and that kind of works. With that though, you need to have the little adapter, but I don't know what company makes that. I've made videos about this, and you chuck that in there, and Bob's your uncle. Now I thought I want to upgrade from that, and I thought I want to be a bit more low key, because I'm telling you now, walking around with this, you know, on my chest with that there, looking the way I do, you know, I'm getting funny looks, you know, by the FBI. I'm telling you now, it looks like I've got a bomb strapped to me or something. So I thought I'd get this Insta360 GO 2, and what that does is it's all magnet. The DJI OSMO Action 2 has this solution as well, but this solution is a little bit more discreet, and like that. So that just looks like, you just look like some idiot with a necklace on you, you know, and you won't even notice that. And it's so simple. You take it off, film yourself, bang, like that. So I thought that's going to be really cool. So this is now Iron Man style around on my chest, magnetized to my chest. Hey Jerry, can you see Jerry? Probably not. Maybe if I do it in post I can move it down to see Jerry, because it goes like that. It doesn't go like left and right, but you can move it up and down like that. You can change the perspective, because I think it's, you know, it's such a big circle of a view or whatever. But you got to do it with their software. You can't do it with any other software. And you got to then export it into a 264, 265 or whatever codec bullshit. There's ProRes. Everyone says use ProRes, but stuff that. It's too big. Hey Jerry. She always loves coming up here. All right, Jerry, you ready? Now, saying that, sound, wind, microphone, useless. Now, I've tried a few different things and it's all right, but it's not the best. It's just the wind. When it's not windy, it's all right. It's just this bloody wind. Every time I go somewhere, I can't stand it. I don't know if you can hear me, but Jerry's taking photos. Hey, Jerry. Jerry, the photographer. Jerry, look. Hey, you want to take a photo of here? There we go. Quickly. Jerry, there he is. That is pathetic. Jerry! Looks like a... That is pathetic. I tried to go... Oh shit, I started recording. One tap. You can hear the little buzzer, so you know it's working. And walk around like that. I mean, it was windy before. You want to get the ball? Wait. You get the ball, you run too, Jerry. You got to be careful. You ready? You ready? Go get him! Oh, I forgot to talk. Jerry, did you catch the ball? Yes, I know you want to play now. Jerry, what are you doing under the table? Bit of foam, just any bit of old shit that's laying around, and chuck it in there like that. And because it's a magnet, and I'm testing out this little foam, just a little bit of foam on top, stops the bloody wind noise. And ready, and up. Yes, you're a good girl, Jerry. Now, if you're wondering why the sound is awesome, external sound recording on my phone, because probably that's the only safest way that you'll know for sure 100% that you're not going to get any bloody wind, because that's been the bane of my existence, is bloody wind. Now, I've done that setup there with the Rode Go onto the phone. There is a few external recorders, but they're like $300, and I'm thinking I'm going to spend $300 just to record my voice separately and then go back in post and have to sync the bloody thing up. And I'll probably end up buying one anyway. There's a Zoom F2, I think, or a Tascam DL Calamari. Whatever makes life easier. I prefer for the sound to go directly into the camera. External sound is how Hollywood do it anyway, but it's not really Hollywood material here. And Jerry does a big poo. Jerry! Let's take this off. Magnet. Now I'm Tony Stark, without a heart. So that's me walking around with this little Insta360 GO 2. And what I've done is I'm doing externally the sound onto my phone, which is the easiest and the cheapest, because you already got a phone, so you don't have to use the wireless Rode. You can just use a lavalier in the air that was surrounded by a wind protector. I need to get your muffler fixed, mate. Come on, Jerry, let's go. Anyway, this is my crappy review. I'll see you back at home for some more tips and tricks. All right, so I'm going to test out. It is now strapped, magnetized to my chest like Iron Man, and I mean, the levels should be alright because I've got it on pro mode and that. Jerry! But the problem now is the wind. That's always been the problem, the bloody wind. So this is my POV, which should work. Can you see Jerry? Is it angled enough or do I got to go down? What if I scratch? Jerry, I'm scratching too. Hey, Jerry, I'm scratching. Is the pick up on the sound? You scratch too, Jerry? The problem with this bloody thing is there's no way of checking. So I might have gone the whole day filming and not even know because I can't check back to see if it worked or not. I guess that can tell you also that it's working. Don't know why they couldn't just put some sort of, I don't know, screen there. Then I guess if you want that, get the DJI. Now I've got the DJI OSMO Action, the first one, and that does the trick. It's just that it's not that discreet. You know, you got to wear a man bra, but it's still a better solution, I think, than this, because I think it's just a bit more reliable. Anyway, let's try this out. Pop it off, chuck it in there, and now I've got a solution for vlogging. All your settings, you want to set it to pro mode because I end up just not knowing how many times I've pressed it. So just to be safe, because as you can see, when I wasn't in pro mode and in linear mode, you can see, check this out. I mean, it was so scratchy and the horizon levels were bad. It was just jumping up all over the place, especially on Jerry. Sound is okay if your camera is right up near your mouth, I guess. And when it's on my chest like that, it's up near my mouth. It's just, when it's not a windy day, the sound on this is okay. It's just a bloody wind. I know I keep going on about the wind. If you do have a non-windy day, then you probably don't need all this external bullshit. Just bung it on your chest like that. Hey, Jerry. And then you're good to go. Now there's a little bit of a breeze there. Maybe when you walk, see? Bloody wind noise. Jerry. Yes, you're a good girl. I bought a little harness strap, dog strap for her. And I tried to make one of my own that I had with bits and pieces from the Osmo Action, but it's not very good. You're a good girl, Jerry. Yes, you're a good girl. This way. Play over here. Oh, Jerry, you don't shake, Mama. You stay there like that and you play with Donkey. Jerry, Donkey. You don't like it. And so I took out Jerry and I also bought a few extra things. This little dog strap here. So that goes around Jerry and it goes in there and you can have a POV for Jerry. So that's why I thought Jerry's being a smart ass, so she can take some photos as well. And we'll see how she goes as a street photographer. The world's only dog street photographer. Another thing I also thought about is voiceover. So I've been watching a lot of Carey West's videos, and the way he does it, he does voiceover, and that actually is quite good. I like that kind of approach because you can actually talk about the photos after the event, and then you can add your 2 bits on, you know, that photo was shit, or, you know, watch out for the pug. I bought one of these. Jerry, watch out. Rode mics, so I can, you know, start recording better sound. You know, testing 1, 2, 2. If you don't know who the hell I'm talking about, it's a street photographer from America. He's really good. I'll put a link to his YouTube in the description. Go check him out. He's funny as, and he's a really good photographer actually as well.